heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. My Gala apple tree is the first tree to lose its leaves and the first tree to bud out and flower actually in winter before the spring. But because we have bipolar weather in Texas, I just want to share this with you. 3 apples, feel like the bird been trying to eat here. Of course, they're not going to make it before spring. But these are Gala apples, and I noticed a couple more around here. Yeah, 2 more right here. Crazy, crazy weather in North Texas. But actually, this is a dwarf tree. You can look how small the trunk is there, but at the bottom, let me see if I can get in here. Right there, but it's very wide, and I imagine about taller than a banana tree, maybe 16 feet tall, or could be a little less. And here are what were these, coneflowers? Yeah, there's a few still here. I don't collect the seeds. I'll just let them do their thing, whatever they want to do. This used to be a small bed next to the apple tree, but I just let everything in here reseed itself. I want to share this with you. This is my tea garden. And you can look up here. You can see these Texas star hibiscus. You can look at some of my videos when they were in full bloom. But they're growing in this bed with some peppermint. Anyway, I have a couple plants trying to bloom, but you know, the weather change is preventing them. But what I noticed is I have more seed pods. So I'm going to offer these to the people in my Facebook group. If you cash app me, I'm going to say $6, because some of the addresses that they may go to might be a little bit over. I think like $5.25, and then I'm going to use a bubble wrap and label. Anyway, if you send it to my PayPal account, and I'll put it in the comments, either PayPal or my Cash App, and I'll send you the seeds. The first 10 people in the group, I'll send you the seeds. Remember, you're not paying for the seeds. You're paying for shipping and handling for first class retail with the tracking number. Okay, all right. Let me know if you want some. Here's my Fuyu persimmon tree. It's about maybe 12 feet tall. It produced some beautiful persimmons this year. I've had it for 3 years, but I've been doing some research, and I found that the leaves have some good medicinal quality. So I'm going to do a little research, but in the meantime, I'm going to collect some of these leaves for tea. It is such a beautiful time in the food forest. I love to see the changing of the leaves. The colors are so pretty. This is my Concord grapes. I have 3 plants. And then next there, that burst of yellow color, those are the muscadines. I have 2 plants, Nova muscadines. So this is what I want to show you right over here. Coneflowers, echinacea, still trying to grow. And asparagus popped up through the wood chips that I grew years ago and didn't do too well. And here's comfrey that my grandson, I'm gonna go in closer, Brian and I planted here and here. And this is the pecan tree, I'm gonna swing back out, that I found growing in a lemon tree about 3 years ago. And I know it's going to be years before it produces any fruit. I may have to graft it onto another rootstock. And that's comfrey right over there. And some weeds close to the fence I'm going to get rid of. And right here is another volunteer pecan tree that my sweet grand angels and I, Brian and Bria, put transplant in the ground here and here, and we planted more comfrey back there, and we took all that comfrey from here. Now, if you go back about a month and a half ago when we transplanted the pawpaw trees, there's one there. And you see that rake? I'm going closer. You see that rake where it's laying down right there? I have seed pods in my hand. Right there where that rake is, it's going to be the home of this pawpaw tree. As soon as I can get some help. And then here's the third pawpaw tree here. And I need to stake it up. But yeah, it's beginning to look like fall around the food forest. And the food forest has been very good to us this year. So it's time for it to go to sleep. Okay, and these are 40-gallon pots, by the way. They just have about 12 inches of wood chips that they're sitting in. And then right here is another apple tree. And this is not a 40-gallon pot. This is 25, another apple tree. And you can see that I painted the base with an organic product. I'll put it in the description box to keep pests from gnawing and chewing up the bark on the trees. And this pear tree, guys, it is 4 years old. It is a Kiefer pear. One of the few trees that I was able to save that I bought from Lowe's. Let me put this here. I'm pretty sure it came from Lowe's. Yes, Kiefer pear. I only paid $23.99 for it. I don't buy trees from Lowe's anymore. And you see this branch right here? You see how it's crossing the other branches? Late winter, I will prune this completely off. And here I'll prune off anything that is going to obstruct branches or have everything touching. I will remove them. That is a big tree. And okay, and my senior citizen brain clogged up again. I forgot what I was saying. The reason why this is so significant about it growing is because it had fire blight. And I just kept cutting it down every year. You can look right here. See that right there? I trimmed it all the way back, all the way across. You can see right here. But the older it gets, we got, I think, 4 pears this year. And this is a little indication still of fire blight. See that? And so I don't let these leaves stay on the tree. I come out, you know, and pick them off. But the leaves are changing now. This grew during the bipolar weather. You see this right here? That'll go. That's gonna cross. Okay, just giving you an idea. And when I do this trimming, guys, I will show you everything that I do. And there's a couple more leaves up there that has a little blight on it. But I mean, I chopped this tree down shorter than me. And I'm only 5'4½". And it has just grown. And my research taught me that it could be too much nitrogen in the soil, or maybe some fertilizer that the roots were touching for back in the day when we had a lawn all in here. And that's probably the reason why it got fire blight. But you guys know that I'm strictly organic and I don't put any chemicals on my tree. Okay, it's trying to mist a little bit, so I'm gonna wrap this up. And I'll come back at another date and share with you, you know, some of the food forest. But this is so pretty over here. I got to show you this. If you look at that video and you see that we chopped down a whole lot of that Russian 14 blocking comfrey. And it looks so pretty now where it came all the way back. So that's the tree that's going to go over there where the rake is. Yeah, but all the leaves I'm paying real slowly and let you see this beautiful landscape that God created. It's just so gorgeous. I see that my pomegranate tree over there is changing colors. My Sisera magnolia tree right in front of that. Let's see a red spot right there. That's a bright Swiss chard that I planted or was a volunteer over a year ago. Okay. And I'll never have to plant these flowers again. Right here, this is milkweed that attracts butterflies. It's getting ready to try to bloom. But once the freeze hit them, the seeds will drop to the ground, and I'll just let it turn into mulch. And come spring, all of this will pop up again. And you can see the dianthus right over here. I'll zoom in a little bit. Those little pretty pink little flowers, they'll come back. And you see those flowers next, the greenery right next to those pink flowers, that is Mexican petunia. And a Japanese beetle landed on my phone, and I'm trying to follow it, but I'm not gonna be able to get it. But anyway, this is what that is. Let me move back. That is Mexican petunia. It's perennial in my gardening zone. You buy it one time and it just multiplies. Okay? And now I'm gonna walk over here and I'm gonna show you this. I've shown it before, but like early in the spring. You can look, let me put this down here. I'm gonna throw that in the garbage in the house. You can look here at the rings that's going around this Swiss chard, and you can tell how old it is because you harvest the leaves from the bottom. I'm gonna take a few while I'm here because I can cook them with those turnips. And this one will go to the compost. I'll just break it up and put it right back down in here. Okay, so these 1, 2, 3. Anytime you cook any type of greens, you can put your Swiss chard in there. Now, I do not put this part because it's kind of tough because it's old. But I'll cut it off about right here. And I'll chop this up and wash it, everything, and chop it up. And then I'll put it in. Okay, let me show you this. These are strawberries. But if you look right here, a bird or the wind blew a seed of the Mexican petunia. Now I can take this and I'll put it in the greenhouse. I'm gonna let that one go because it's so small. I'll put this in the greenhouse in a little pot. And then next year I'll put this where I want it to be. Okay? So people say they are very invasive. I don't think so. Unless you let it get out of control. So I'm not going in the greenhouse right now. But I'm gonna dig this up, not too low because I know I've got some tulips in here, and I'm just going to plant this Mexican petunia here. And just let it grow right there for now. Tomorrow I'll be working in the greenhouse. I'll come and get it. All these weeds out of here. I won't have enough time for that marigold to get any bigger, so I'm going to clean them all up. Okay, but underneath there, about right here, I have tulips that'll come up in the spring. Okay. Bria and I love to come out during recess and watch the butterflies on our zinnias and echinacea and marigolds. The butterflies are really huge this time of the year. And we just really enjoy watching them. I have to caution Bria about being quiet so that we don't scare them off. And that's another butterfly there. They're so pretty and delicate. Going from one zinnia to another, gathering pollen. And now you're going to see another one come up. I think we got to get either 2 or 3 in the video at one time. Beautiful. Did you see the one just flew by? I was saying the wings are really beautiful from the outside. They're darker and richer in color. There we go. Upper right-hand corner was the other one. There we go. So pretty. Bria likes to talk to the butterflies. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? That's a good shot of the wings. Now that's a moth. That's one of those cabbage moths. So ugly. I couldn't get it in time. But I'll be watching.
Everybody's Bria. I'm getting seeds ready.
Okay. Thank you, Bria. Okay, Bria, what are we getting ready to do today?
We're gonna put that dirt. We're gonna plant a tree in there. What we're doing.
Okay, she said what we're doing is, this is our hugelkultur. And as you can see, we started planting trees all on this line, straight down here. And right here, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 feet away from this pawpaw tree, we dug up down in the wood chips until we hit soil. We're gonna put some more soil over there in that blue container. See it right there?
Yes.
And that's where we harvested sweet potatoes in. So we're gonna move some of that soil, and then we're gonna take this tree and put it right here and bring it up high, just like it is in this area. And we'll be right back. We'll show you the results. Put a little soil down in that hole. Right, very good. And now we're gonna drag this tree right here. You see it's on this side. And we're gonna put it there. Ooh, I'm out of breath. Hold it right here, sweetie. Hold it. Come close. Hold that, right. Because I want everybody to see. I'm gonna move these roots. See that down, how they're winding up around that container. They needed to go out of the container. See there, guys? So I'm gonna loosen that up, that circle. Good thing that we're moving this right now, Maria, because it was getting ready to be root bound. Okay? So we loosening that up. I found the piece of the tripod. I just gotta connect it together. So next time it'll be easier to do this. So I'm gonna lift this tree up and put it in the hole, and I'll come back. As you can see there, we have the tree up. We have some of the tip. I'm gonna move it away from the trunk of the tree. Huh? Yeah.
And I put my shoe in there and
tapped it in. You sure did, sweetie. Move back some, and we're gonna take that T-post and straighten this tree up. Can you believe this is the little twig well, this is the little stick that I used that came with it from Stark Brothers. It was in a 4x4 by 10-inch pot, and with this little bitty twig. And this is a sunflower pawpaw. So I'm just gonna stick it in here for now, get a good label, but I'm gonna use that one. Okay, and that's it. Okay, guys, this is weed tea that we've been fermenting for a long time, and I put it's called mosquito bits in here. It's an organic product that'll kill mosquitoes and their larvae or larva, however you want to say it. And we're gonna water that new tree with this. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this little jug in here and get some water and give Bria a picture so she can go back and water too. And this is what the weed tea looks like, and she has some in her picture. And we're just gonna slowly water it. You wanna water it, sweetie? You can water. I knew you were gonna go close to the tree, and I'll water the perimeter. Oh, I hope I wasn't paying any attention to what I was doing. I hope I have it in vision. Pour all the water in here. We'll just give it a little fermented weed tea to help it along. Okay, there we go. Priya asked me for some chips, and I told her I didn't have any, but I could make her some. So I fried some sweet potatoes in peanut oil, and she loved them. You want to say goodbye, everybody?
Bye, everybody.
We appreciate you watching. I rarely ask you guys to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more from us. So we would appreciate that if you would do that. Okay? Bye now.
The end.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye now.